What up, players? I want to make a quick video about how to avoid getting stood up. All right, so this is just something that's really annoying when it happens, so I'm just going to give you a quick explanation about how to avoid letting it happen to you. And it's not rocket science, it's not complicated, but you might have done a cold approach, gotten a number, you might have met a girl in a nightclub, you might have got her, I don't know, you might have even used dating apps. Probably a lot of you guys do use dating apps, but to be honest, you should be doing cold approaches because you're gonna find hotter girls that way. But anyway, that's the sidetracking. If you're trying to avoid if you don't never want to get stood up ever again, just follow these simple steps. So if you meet a girl, you get a number, you're messaging her, you're trying to set up the date, and she might say, "Oh, I'm free next week." And you're like, "Okay, cool." Set the date and time. So you set the date and time like a week in advance. But these days, a week is a long time. A lot can happen. Chicks are inundated with messages, So if you just show up to the spot, after a week of not contacting the girl, there's a high probability that she's not going to show up, or she's not going to remember. You need to check in. So what I generally do is, I just check in either the night before. If it's a week or more since we set the date, I'll check in the night before. I'll just be like, are we still on for tomorrow? Just a quick message. Who cares? Some people are like, oh, that's a scarcity mindset. But no, you're just going to remind them about the date, because what's worse, you don't want to show up to the spot and, be waiting there like an idiot when there's no one, she's not even going to turn up. So, if she doesn't respond, then you don't go and meet her. It's as simple as that. You don't get stood up, right? If it's less time since you arranged the date, like just a couple of days, I won't usually message them the night before. I'll usually message them on the day, but I'll say something like, "Oh, I'm going to be 5 minutes late. I'm going to be 10 minutes late," like about an hour or so, but before you're supposed to meet, before you leave the house. So you message them with enough time for you to establish whether they're still going to come. And you just say something simple like, "Oh, sorry, I'm running a bit late. I'll be 5 minutes late," just 5-10 minutes late. And again, if they don't respond, you don't go. And that's it. It saves you ever getting stood up again. You're never going to get stood up. I mean, you can't avoid getting flaked on, but at least when you follow this method, you're never going to get stood up again. I've ever since I started doing this, I've never been stood up. But that's just some simple advice about how to avoid ever getting stood up again in your life. So it's that simple. So check out the link in the description if you want to learn more. Hit me up for a consultation. I can go into more detail about Daygame, cold approach, and how to improve your dating and sex life. So peace out. Bye bye.